Welcome back, everybody. Today we're taking a look at the solo mode to the game Meadow. Meadow was a surprise hit for many people around mid last year. This is a tableau building game, and it works a lot in the vein of drafting cards. Now there's two boards. You have the main board here and then the campfire board up there. What you are looking to do is get the most points. And the way you're going to be doing that, give me 1 second, get those out of the way, is by playing these action tokens. What do these all mean? And I should have put them in order. So you have them that have numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a question mark. And what you're going to be doing is you are going to take one of your tokens and you are going to use it for two things. Either the top portion or the bottom. And when you use it for the top, it goes into one of these slots around the board. When you put it in a slot, you count the number up and you take the card there, and then you refill that spot from one of the places up at the top. If you want to use the bottom ability, you'll take the bottom portion and you're going to slide it up into the campfire area, like so. And then what you do is you take the ability at the bottom there. They all have different abilities. So what you're trying to do is, like I said, build up the meadow. Now, when you play a card, you can have, sorry, I just wanted to make sure I was saying something correctly. You start with this one right here. This gives me a grass to start, and it also gives me that symbol. So it goes down here. I can have a max of 10 of these going around. And I am trying to see if I can get it where the glare isn't so bad, so we're going to put it right there. What am I trying to do? Well, I'm going to look up here, and I'm going to see if there's any cards that have a requirement of just the larva. See, this one right here has a requirement of having trees. And over here, we have one that requires larvae and bugs. And I'll go over what happens when you have two. But after you have it and you've gotten the right stuff, you are going to cover up the larva. It has now been used. So you'll always have the symbols at the bottom. Sometimes it's just straight points, but you're looking to build that up. Sometimes there's no other choice than you needing to basically start with getting one of these that has a double symbol or something like that. Now the game tells us to start with 5 cards. I'm checking that up and make sure now. Yep. So I do have a hand of cards here. I have another one that would just give me a bug. But basically, anytime you play one of these 5 down here, you get to play a card. That's what this little symbol means. Now, if you were to play up at the top, the symbol for the bottom here, and I'm going to make sure I get this right. If you do the 1, this is take 1 card from the board, and that's anywhere on the board, but you don't get to play it. It just goes into hand. This is take 2 road tokens, and the road tokens are over here. You're going to use road tokens to play the cards that are sideways, and it has that requirement here. For example, this wooden horse requires that I have one of these open road tokens and a house somewhere in my meadow. And then this one here is look at the top 3 cards of any deck and keep one of them. And the 4 will actually allow you to play 2 cards. The question mark is same thing, numbers and the abilities goes anywhere. You could do any ability. Now, there's also the last ability where if you have nothing left to do, then you can take your token and you can play it face down onto the campfire here, and you can play 1 card. Now, when you go to the campfire, you may also claim one of the abilities here. So, in order to claim this stump with my points, I need to have a falcon and a bird, or a bird and a butterfly, or a butterfly and a falcon. But you have to go there to do it. So how does the solo mode work in this case? Well, we have a number of tokens over there that I'll be pulling randomly with the other player's colors. And then we're going to place them dependent on which color shows up. They take the card away, and then it gets refilled. His name is Rover. Rover is always going to be the first player, and the round will end when I play my last token. All right. And then when the round passes the hourglass, we're going to switch out south for north. And then at the end of the game, we will score, and we're going to compare it to Rover's deck as well. So while this does have a score table, we are actually fighting against an AI. So let's get to it. Okay, so he is the first player. I'm just going to go in and grab a token, and it is blue. So blue is at the bottom for 3. Let me make sure I got this right. Take the card indicated by the path token. So we go up from 3. 1, 2, 3. We take this card, and I'm going to have a pile over here for Rover. All right, and that fills in. Okay, so now I have down here a larva. And I like the look of those 2 points that I used for the example. And the great thing is I have a bug here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 2 right here and go 2 up. And I get to take this card, and it goes in my hand. All right. Then I can play a card. So I'm going to play this card here. So on my next turn, when I can play a card, I can play either of these 2 birds. It's going to cover up one of those, however. All right. Now we haven't gotten to the point where what happens when Rover is blocked, but I'm sure that'll happen sooner or later. Another token, yellow 1. Now we look over here, and it goes over here 1 and up, and then this one is 1 and down. And so this card, we'll call it a token, is out. All right. So let's go ahead, and actually what I'm going to do is take this card here, because I'll be able to play it with my road token eventually, because it doesn't have any other requirements. So put that in hand. And as I said to you before, I'm going to play this bird, and when you do that, you cover up the larva symbol, one of the ones that it required for you to play. I really am going to try to keep my eye on this glare. It is nighttime now here in Connecticut, which means that I'm dealing with no natural light. Maybe if I do this and turn more lights on, we can stop the glare, but we'll see. So back to Rover's turn. Yellow 4, which is up here. He's going to take the 4th card and have that refill. Oh, sorry about that. This should refill there first. Then this will refill here. Okay, what am I trying to get done? I now have a bird symbol and a bug symbol. I could play this card here on that. And keep forgetting to refill everything in. I could take this lizard here. Gets me a point. I could also take the berries, which would also give me 2 points. So let's do that. I'm going to take my 3, and I'm going to put it over here and take this berry, put it in hand. But I'm not really going to put it in hand right away, because I'm going to cover up my bird symbol, which is the requirement. Place it here. Now, when it's only one requirement, it has to go on the symbol that you needed. So I couldn't have put that on the beetle because it needed the bird. All right. Yellow 2. All right. Goes here. Goes into Rover's pile. I am going to... Let's see what we can do here. I might need to consider getting some other meadow areas, so I'm going to do this. Treat that question mark as a 2. This isn't even going to come into my hand. I'm just going to put it right out there. That is a brown leaf as far as the landscape goes. And Rover over here, yellow 3. So that is now blocked. So what happens here? It says to put it in the closest clockwise space. It should have gone here, so moving clockwise, it'll go here to take this card right there. Okay. And for my last one, you know what, just to have some good stuff in play here to start, I'm going to put that right there. That is a double symbol. By the way, if you buy Meadow, you will notice that it comes with a lot of little envelopes that have fun ways to open them. We've opened all our envelopes, and so you're going to see some cards that you might not see when you first play the game. None of it's really spoilers or anything. They're just fun little extra bits that you can do. Okay, so now that the round is over, I'm going to collect all of my path tokens, and these are called path tokens. Then collect the other tokens from Rover and shuffle them to create a new pile. It says face down pile, but these aren't the easiest things to shuffle. So I'm just going to slide them out over here, shuffle them up, and it helps me move a little faster. Now, if ever Rover pulled the question mark, I think I said this before, but I'll say it again, then it would go up into the campfire area. So now we're on round 2. Then I think that's all that happens. Okay, so we can keep going. Rover's going to go first. So that's purple 4, which is down here. And we'll take this. Okay. What would I like to try and get done? So I've got another nice bird with the beetle and the larva in hand. So I need to see if there's anything on the board now that would give me a larva, and there isn't. So I'm going to abandon that for now. This one just needs 2 of those types of symbols, and there's only 1 out on the board for now. And then I've got this guy, which I could play, which I could put down there. So that's what I'm going to do. But I need to first collect something, and oh, someone's cranky. He didn't get his cuddles today, everybody. That's why he's cranky. So I'm going to put my 2 up here and collect this little guy. Fill that in. All right, and then I can play a card. Let's go ahead. I could actually play either of these. They're both 1 point, but I'm going to play this one down here on my bug. Okay. And he pulls 3 yellow. 3 yellow is up here. Okay. All right. That little mouse looks like it could be useful, but I used my 2, so now I'll have to use my 3. I'm going to get this little mouse right here. He only needs the berries. Fill that in. And then I'm going to actually put him right down on the berry slot. Okay. Rover, blue 2, blue question mark. When it is a question mark, it just gets up here in a notch of the campfire board. Okay. All right. So what do I have now that I can use? I do want to play this guy. But I also do want to try to get this out again as well. Not again, out. But I'm going to need some stuff to get that done. And that might be a while. But I could also play this card into my road, and then you just flip the road. Wait a second. Make sure I got that correct. I do not have that correct, actually, I think. So in order to play road cards, landscape cards, it needs to have the open road symbol. So that card does not have that symbol on it. What it has is that symbol on it, which has not appeared on the board yet. So Once I get that, then that card that has that symbol should give me that symbol, and then I could play this. All right, so instead, let me keep working on that. Tell you what, I am going to use this as a 2 to get this bird. This bird here. Sorry, just making sure that I didn't skip over Rover. It needs 2 grass. I've got plenty of grass because those symbols remain, and I will use it to cover that and start more of my pattern. Oh, I am really sorry that that glare is bad. I'm going to move that over here. I'm going to hold Rover's cards over here then, so the glare isn't as bad. It's just that one spot. Of course, it had to be that one spot. All right, Rover. 1 yellow down here. For those of you wondering, that card up there tells me exactly the way the grid is laid out. Okay, what do I have in hand that might work? This little guy here, and if you're ever wondering what these animals are, there is an almanac in the box. As long as you find, there's well, I'm not sure it's going to show up, a tiny little number there, and then you can look up and see what these creatures are. Tell you what, I'm going to snag this landscape. So I'm only at 4 of them right now. Put that in hand. And then I'll play this little guy right here. Okay. I will also move him because of the glare. So right there. Okay. I do not have a hawk, otherwise I'd be able to go to the campfire and put something down. So it's all about playing the waiting game there. Rover, question mark, gets to go up here. And then I get to play this. So a 4. My options aren't great. So what I'll do is I could play 2 cards because that's the ability of my token if I play it up there. But I don't have anything I really want to play except that tree card. And I might as well just spend this to get another landscape in case I need it again in the future. And then I'll play this card down over here. So now I have 5. Remember, I can only have up to 10 of those. So now this guy moves here. We collect all the tokens. Shuffle them around. Then I take mine back. All right. Rover gets to go. Question mark yellow. All right. And let's see here. The bird needs the larva and the bug, but I'm looking at what I might have, and I don't have much of anything to do except collect one of those types. So what I'm going to do is get the larva here because there's more options. Wait a sec, is there? Yes, more options if I do this. And then I'm going to use that to play the card down here than if I were to do something else. All right, Rover 4 yellow. It's going to go here because remember it's clockwise when the spot is taken. Back to Rover's cards. Now, a lot like Maglev Metro, you are fighting against what the AI is collecting. So let's keep going here. Oh, what I wanted to do, I wanted to take this butterfly right here. And I'll show it. You'll see the reason in just a moment. I'm going to use my play to put the butterfly right here, which needs the larva and the grass, and this card has both. And that gets me 2 points, which is nice. Now, when you use the campfire, goals. I want to see if you do start with the lowest first in order. Okay. Before I do any of that, I got to see if I'm going to get blocked by Rover. So 3 is here, but it actually goes there. Okay. So I'm going to take this token, and I'm going to head up to the campfire. And I have a butterfly, this one here, and a bird. Okay? So I'm going to put a token there. That gets me 2 points for the end of the game. I also have the ability to take 3 cards off the top of one deck and keep 1. I'm going to see if I can find something that has the roads, and that's mainly in the deck that's west. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look at my options. I have a house. I also have this and that. So I'm actually going to take this house because I did not get something with a road. All right. And these go to the bottom of the deck. At the end of this round, the whole board's going to get wiped because we're going to switch out those south cards for north cards, which have more ambitious and advanced cards. Rover. 4 purple. We'll take this one. I am going to do... It's probably time to put down another landscape. Yes, and I say that because I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the mushrooms in hand. And then I'm going to play this landscape. And I need to do that in order to get this card out, because it needs those 2. I mean, I could put... No, it has to go on there. When it's just landscapes, I believe they have to go on the basest option. Purple 3. Purple 3 is over here. All right. And then I've got question mark, and... Oh, yeah, because I want to play that card. Take this in hand. Okay. I'll also be able to play... Come on, get back in. There we go. All right, we're going to have to deal with the glare. Is it not as bad if it's over here? It's only bad when it's there. So let's say this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th landscape. All right, so that's it for me. So we are going to just take back the tokens. This is where things get a little complicated, because now we're moving to the halfway point of the game. This is over there for me. I'm going to shuffle these up. Cross this. So now all of these get discarded. All of these get discarded. And I'm just going to put these right back on top of there, because that gets taken out and this gets brought in. And all these get discarded. Now let's see if we can finally get some roads in here. Ah, there's one. So you can finally see what I mean by that, and I'll show you more in just a second. We also have a symbol on here that has an X. What the X means is that is as far as your meadow can go. 2, 3, 4. All right, so a few things I want to show you as far as new symbols for you. Here is where I could pick something up and then use my road token. While this has an X on the top, that means nothing else can go on top of that meadow. So that's actually not a bad card. Do I have that? 1, 2, brown leaf. I only have 1 brown leaf. I would have been able to do that. Let's see if I can make that work. All right, so this is the new round. Rover is first. Rover is always first. Yellow question mark seems to pop up all the time. Tell you what, I will take it and put it in hand. Do I have that landscape to play? I don't. All right. But I will play this. It's been sitting in my hand for a while, so I'll play that down on that one. All right. Rover, 2 purple. Comes over here. This little dove. All right. Now I need a brown leaf, so I'm going to take my question mark and put it right here. And then put the brown leaf over here as part of my card that I'm playing. Okay. Rover, 2 yellow, which is over here. And he takes the deer. There we go. So now I am going to actually take the 2. I wouldn't even have that. And put it right here. So I want to take this card, and when I get a chance to play it, I will. And the thing I will play is this. So it needs 2 brown leaves, brown leaf, a brown leaf, and it needs 2 rivers, river and a river, and it needs a tree. So it's going to go with the tree. That is all that can do now. It is worth 4 points. So it seems like you're blocking yourself off from one of your options, but you get lots of points. All right, Rover. Blue 4, right there. Now I've got something I want to play. I want to play this house, not this house. This card here. Just move everything a little bit out of the way. Even for solo, this thing takes up a lot of space. All right, so I'm actually going to... Do I have the ability to do that? Yes, I do. So I am going to take this token here, which is a 4. And while I can't claim any of these, I can at least play 2 cards. Okay? Yep, so what I'll do is I'm going to play this card here as the road, and then you flip this over as a road that's been traveled. And then I'm going to take this card, which I thought I could play before, and place it here, because I'm using that, covering that symbol right there. All right. And that is now pretty much as far as that's going to go. Rover. Blue question mark. All right, now my last token I would not be able to place up there. Doesn't matter, I don't want to place it up there. But what can I access for a 3? Only because it's really the only thing I can do for now. Just take that card. All right. Take the tokens back. Get the tokens back. It's 2 here. And that over here for me. Move this guy forward. Still looking for a falcon symbol. Okay. Okay, so blue 2. Right here. What do I want to try and play? There's really not much I can play right now that's in here. I can take this fox, however, because it needs 2 paw prints, and I got 3 paw prints. So it just comes down to what do I want to cover, and I think I will cover this guy. Let me refill that. 2 yellow. So I have birds, sorry, no, berries, a tree, and shrooms, of which I have berries, but I don't have shrooms, and I don't have any trees. So let's just think about that moose up there instead. So the moose, I need a tree. I don't have a tree. Ooh, I'm thinking backwards. Let's see here. I'm going to actually do this, and there's a reason for it. I'm going to take this landscape, and I'm going to play it. Do I have too many now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I cannot have any more landscapes. Rover. 1 blue. Right here. Takes this. And then I am going to play... Do I have that? I'm looking to get some stuff with houses that I can start playing down. I'm also looking at that falcon, but I need to get another bird out. Well, tell you what, let me take the falcon now. Over here, in hand at least. Ooh, sorry about that. These spaces really do just blend in with each other. And try to work on that. I've got a round and a half left. But I do want to place this house card that needs the boulders over here. Rover. Blue, question mark. All right. Blue question mark. I do have a bird in here, but I need a beetle. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna need to find a way to do something else. A frog. Now, I could have that, but yeah, the thing is, once you get your 10, you're pretty much done. Anything need a butterfly? Huh. I might be stuck. That's okay, though. I'll make this work. Because I need a tree. I need a lot of things. Tell you what, I'm going to snag. See if I can get this to work. This one here. And I don't have a frog, but I could play some stuff that might help me in case that does come up. I'm going to play this guy here, over here. Okay. Rover. We might hear some sounds from the cats only because it's very close to supper time here. And then my last one. So I need a frog. I do have that. Beetles really is where my problem is right now. And I can't play any more meadows. So... So I'm going to work on sideways cards then. And I think I took one, which was this. I would need 2 houses. So I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to take 3 cards from West, see what I can find, and keep one, discard the rest. And I'm going to keep this one. Discard the rest. I'm going to go ahead and pause for a quick second. I heard a loud bang downstairs, and I just have to go investigate now. See you back soon, folks. And we're back. Sorry about that, everyone. You know how it is with cats. Alright, so let's take our tokens back. Thought I was going to make it. We had just 1 round left. Here. Shuffle them up. Excuse me. All right. Last round, Rover gets to choose. Blue 1. Okay. Now, before I can play that card that I just took, I need to play this because I need more road tokens. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to get 2 road tokens. All right. But I can't play a card yet. Question mark. Goes up here. And now I'm going to choose to snag really I can take anything, so let me just do this one here. So I'm going to take this card here because I have a house and a road, place it right there, and then this can flip. Oop. Right. Rover, 2 blue. Little squirrel there, or chipmunk, sorry. Now, do I have something? I could just do this and choose it as a 1, because then I can attach it to here. Rover gets to go here. Anything in my hand I want to try and play. Really don't have much I can play right now. So let's see if I can snag at least 1 more road card for my last play. 1, 2, 3. I did not. I'm going to take this one. There's not much I can play out of what I drew. Last Rover. 1 yellow, which is here. Takes that. And then for me, I'm going to take, so I would need that in a tree, and I don't have a tree. I'm just going to take it, and I can't play anything. All right. So the round is done, and now let's take a look at how we handle scoring. So we're going to count all of his points. So, nothing. Oop. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 19, 23, 25, 26, 28, 30, 33, 34, 36, 38. He has 38 points. So now I have to see how I did. So I have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 20, 21, 23, 25, 27, 30. So I did not beat Rover. According to the table, it says you were distracted. You managed to immortalize only a few interesting species. So there you have it, everybody. That is Meadow. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments section. I did really like this solo, so you'll hear more about that when it's time for me to do that video I usually do after all of this. So see you next time, everybody. Bye.